Time is the one resource we all share equally. Each of us gets the same 24 hours in a day, yet why do some people achieve extraordinary success while others struggle to make progress? The difference lies not in the hours themselves, but in how they are used. Every minute is a choice to move forward or stand still, to build or to waste, to create or to consume. Think about it. What did you do yesterday? How many of those hours were spent on things that truly matter? How many were lost to distractions, indecision, or trivial pursuits? The truth is, time slips away silently. You won't always notice the moments disappearing until you look back and wonder where the days, months, or even years went. The key to mastering your 24 hours isn't about working endlessly or filling every second with activity. It's about intentionality, knowing what deserves your attention and what doesn't. It's about recognizing that small, daily decisions compound over time. Wasting an hour today might seem insignificant, but over a year, that's 365 hours, equivalent to 9 full work weeks lost. On the other hand, investing just one focused hour a day into learning a skill, building a business, or improving your health can transform your life in ways you can't yet imagine. Success isn't about luck or talent alone. It's about discipline, clarity, and relentless prioritization. The most accomplished people aren't those with more time. They're the ones who refuse to squander it. They understand that time, once gone, can never be reclaimed. So, how do you make the most of your 24 hours? It starts with taking responsibility. No one will manage your time for you. No one will force you to focus, to resist distractions, or to choose hard work over instant gratification. That decision is yours, and yours alone. In this speech, we'll explore how to structure your day for maximum productivity, why discipline trumps motivation, and how to eliminate the habits that silently steal your time. By the end, you'll have a clear blueprint to take control of your hours and ultimately your future. Because here's the reality. If you don't design your life, someone else will design it for you. And the best day to start using your 24 hours wisely? Today. We all have the same 24 hours in a day. Yet some people build empires, master skills, and create lasting legacies, while others look back years later and wonder where the time went. The difference isn't luck, talent, or even intelligence. It's how those hours are used. Time is the great equalizer. No matter who you are, where you're from, or what you have, you cannot buy more hours. You cannot rewind mistakes. You cannot reclaim wasted days. Once a moment passes, it's gone forever. That's why how you spend your time is the single most important decision you make every single day. Think about yesterday. Did you move closer to your goals, or did you drift through the day on autopilot? Did you invest your time, or did you simply spend it? The uncomfortable truth is that most people live in a cycle of distraction, scrolling, reacting, and letting outside forces dictate their attention. They blame lack of time, when in reality, they lack intention. But here's the good news. You have a choice. You can decide right now to take control of your 24 hours. You can stop letting life happen to you and start making life happen for you. And when you do, everything changes. Today, we're gonna break down exactly how to use your time like the most successful people do, not by working harder, but by working smarter. Keynote 1, time is your most valuable asset. Read it like 1. You wouldn't throw money away carelessly, yet most people waste time without a second thought. Every minute spent on meaningless distractions is a minute stolen from your future self. The compound effect of time, small daily habits determine your future. Spend an hour a day learning a skill, and in a year, you'll be in the top 1% of people. Waste an hour a day, and you'll look back with regret. The opportunity cost of wasted time. Every hour spent on social media, procrastination, or trivial tasks is an hour you could have spent building something meaningful. Action step, track your time for 3 days. Identify where it's leaking, then cut the waste. Keynote 2, discipline greater than motivation. Success is a daily habit. Motivation is fleeting. Discipline is what keeps you moving when you don't feel like it. The myth of waiting for the right moment. If you only work when motivated, you'll never achieve greatness. The most successful people show up even when it's hard. Build a routine that works. Structure your day so discipline becomes automatic. Wake up early, prioritize deep work, and eliminate decision fatigue. Action step, implement the 2-minute rule. If a task takes less than 2 minutes, do it immediately. Keynote 3, set goals that pull you forward. Without direction, time slips away. Clear goals act as a compass for your effort. The power of why. If you don't have a strong reason to act, you'll quit at the first obstacle. Know your purpose. Break big goals into daily actions. Want to write a book? Write 500 words a day. Want to get fit? Train for 30 minutes daily. Small steps lead to big results. Action step, write down 3 key goals and schedule time for them first every day. Keynote 4, Eliminate distractions, they're stealing your future. The modern world is designed to hijack your attention. If you don't guard your time, it will be stolen. The digital trap, social media, notifications, and endless scrolling are engineered to keep you addicted. Remove them from your work environment. The power of no. You can't do everything. Say no to trivial obligations that drain your time. Action step, turn off notifications, use website blockers, and create focus hours daily. Keynote 5, rest and reflection are non-negotiable. Burnout destroys productivity. You must recover to perform at your best. Sleep is a superpower. Sacrificing sleep for work is counterproductive. Your brain needs rest to function optimally. Weekly reflection. Spend 10 minutes every Sunday reviewing what worked, what didn't, and how to improve. Action steps. Schedule mandatory downtime. No work, just recovery. Closing, your time, your legacy. At the end of your life, you won't wish you had spent more time scrolling, procrastinating, or pleasing others. You'll wish you had taken action on what truly mattered. The clock is ticking. What will you do with your 24 hours today? Time is your most valuable asset. Treat it like one. Every single one of us has been granted the same 24 hours in a day. Yet how we choose to spend those hours determines the trajectory of our lives. Time, unlike money, cannot be earned back once it's spent. It's the one resource that, when wasted, leaves an irreversible void. Think about it. When you lose money, you can work harder to regain it. When you lose time, it's gone forever. That's why the most successful people treat time with the same reverence as a priceless currency. They don't just spend it, they invest it. The modern world is filled with endless distractions designed to steal your attention. Social media, entertainment, and trivial tasks create the illusion of productivity while quietly eroding your potential. The key to mastering your time lies in recognizing these traps and eliminating them. Every minute spent mindlessly scrolling or engaging in unimportant activities is a minute taken away from your dreams. The compound effect of wasted time is staggering. Just 1 hour a day spent on distractions amounts to 365 hours a year, the equivalent of over 15 full days lost. Imagine what you could achieve if you reclaimed that time and directed it toward meaningful goals. To truly harness the power of your 24 hours, you must prioritize ruthlessly. Not all tasks are created equal. Some activities yield exponential returns while others drain your energy without moving you forward. The Pareto principle, or the 80/20 rule, teaches us that 80% of results come from just 20% of efforts. Identify the high-impact tasks in your life, those that align with your long-term vision, and focus relentlessly on them. Cut out the noise, delegate, automate, or eliminate anything that doesn't contribute to your growth. Time management isn't about filling every second with work. It's about ensuring that each moment is spent intentionally. Start by auditing your daily routine. Track your activities for a week and categorize them into productive, necessary, and wasteful. You'll likely be shocked by how much time slips through the cracks. Once you've identified the leaks, create a structured schedule that prioritizes deep work. Uninterrupted blocks of time dedicated to your most important tasks. Guard these blocks fiercely, treating them as non-negotiable appointments with your future self. Remember, time is the foundation upon which success is built. If you don't control it, someone else will. The choice is yours. Will you let your hours slip away, or will you seize them with purpose? Discipline over motivation. Success is a daily habit. Motivation is a fickle friend. It comes and goes like the wind, leaving many stranded in a cycle of procrastination and unfulfilled promises. Relying on motivation to achieve your goals is like relying on fair weather to sail a ship. You'll never get far. True success is built on something far more reliable: discipline. Discipline is the engine that keeps you moving forward, even when motivation has long since faded. It's the quiet determination to show up every day, regardless of how you feel. The myth of motivation has led countless people astray. They wait for the perfect moment, the surge of inspiration, or the right mood to strike before taking action. But here's the truth: that moment rarely comes. The most accomplished individuals, artists, athletes, entrepreneurs, don't achieve greatness because they're always motivated. They achieve it because they've mastered the art of consistency. They understand that progress is the result of daily habits, not sporadic bursts of effort. Building discipline starts with small, manageable actions. It's about creating routines that eliminate the need for decision-making. When you automate your habits, you remove the mental resistance that often leads to procrastination. For example, if you want to become a writer, don't wait for inspiration to strike. Commit to writing 500 words every morning, no exceptions. Over time, this discipline compounds, turning into skill, confidence, and eventually, mastery. One of the most powerful tools for cultivating discipline is the 2-minute rule. If a task takes less than 2 minutes, do it immediately. This simple principle prevents small tasks from piling up and becoming overwhelming. It also trains your brain to take action without overthinking. Discipline at its core is about honoring the commitments you make to yourself. Every time you follow through on a promise, no matter how small, You strengthen your self-trust and willpower. Discipline also requires boundaries. Learn to say no to distractions, temptations, and time wasters that don't align with your goals. Protect your focus like it's your most valuable asset, because it is. The world will always try to pull you in a million directions, but discipline is your anchor. It's the unwavering commitment to your priorities, even when it's hard. In the end, motivation may light the fire, but discipline keeps it burning. Stop waiting to feel ready. Start now, stay consistent, and let your daily habits carry you to success. Set goals that pull you forward. Without clear goals, time becomes a ship without a rudder, drifting aimlessly, never reaching its destination. Goals give your efforts direction and purpose. They transform abstract dreams into concrete actions. But not all goals are created equal. Vague aspirations like be successful or get fit lack the specificity needed to drive real progress. To make the most of your 24 hours, you need goals that pull you forward with clarity and urgency. The first step is defining your why. Why do you want to achieve this goal? What will it mean for your life? When your reasons are compelling enough, obstacles become stepping stones rather than roadblocks. For example, if your goal is to start a business, dig deeper. Is it about financial freedom, creative expression, or making an impact? Connecting your goals to a deeper purpose fuels persistence when challenges arise. Next, break your big goals into smaller, actionable steps. A goal like write a book can feel overwhelming, but write 500 words a day is manageable. This approach leverages the power of incremental progress. Small, consistent actions compound over time, leading to extraordinary results. The key is to focus on the process rather than the outcome. Trust that daily effort will eventually add up to something significant. Another critical aspect of goal setting is measurement. What gets measured gets managed. Track your progress regularly to stay accountable. If your goal is to save money, review your expenses weekly. If it's to learn a new skill, set milestones to gauge improvement. Measurement provides feedback, allowing you to adjust your approach and stay on course. Finally, align your goals with your values. Pursuing someone else's definition of success will only lead to burnout and dissatisfaction. Ask yourself, does this goal truly matter to me? Does it align with who I am and who I want to become? When your goals resonate with your core values, they become a source of motivation rather than a chore. Goals are the roadmap to your ideal future. Set them wisely, pursue them relentlessly, and let them guide your daily action. Eliminate distractions. They're stealing your future. In a world of constant connectivity, distractions are the silent thieves of productivity. They creep into your day, fragment your focus, and steal the time you could have spent on what truly matters. The average person spends over 2 hours a day on social media alone. Time that could be invested in learning, creating, or building meaningful relationships. If you want to master your 24 hours, you must declare war on distractions. The first step is identifying your biggest time wasters. For most people, it's digital, endless scrolling, notifications, and the lure of instant gratification. These distractions are designed to hijack your attention, keeping you engaged but unproductive. The solution? Create boundaries. Turn off non-essential notifications, use apps to block distracting websites, and designate specific times for checking email or social media. Treat your focus like a sacred space. Protect it at all costs. Another major distraction is multitasking. Contrary to popular belief, multitasking doesn't make you more efficient. It fractures your attention and reduces the quality of your work. Studies show that switching between tasks can cost up to 40% of your productive time. Instead, practice single tasking. Dedicate blocks of time to one activity and give it your full attention. You'll accomplish more in less time and with better results. Physical clutter is another often overlooked distraction. A disorganized workspace can drain mental energy and make it harder to concentrate. Take time to declutter your environment, both physically and digitally. A clean, organized space fosters clarity and focus. Finally, learn to say no. Not every request, invitation, or opportunity deserves your time. Every yes to something unimportant is a no to something that matters. Prioritize ruthlessly and guard your time like the finite resource it is. Distractions will always exist, but they don't have to control you. By eliminating the unnecessary, you create space for what truly counts. Rest and reflection are non-negotiable. In the pursuit of productivity, many people fall into the trap of glorifying busyness. They sacrifice sleep, skip breaks, and push themselves to the brink of burnout, only to wonder why they feel exhausted and unfulfilled. The truth is, rest is not the enemy of productivity, it's the foundation. Without proper recovery, even the most disciplined efforts will eventually crumble. Sleep is the most underrated performance enhancer. Chronic sleep deprivation impairs cognitive function, weakens immunity, and sabotages emotional stability. Yet millions of people pride themselves on getting by with minimal rest. This is a false economy. You cannot cheat sleep without paying the price. Prioritize 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep each night. Treat it as non-negotiable because it is. Beyond sleep, intentional downtime is essential. The human brain isn't designed for nonstop work. It needs periods of rest to consolidate learning, recharge creativity, and maintain mental health. Schedule short breaks throughout your day, a 5-minute walk, a moment of deep breathing, or simply stepping away from your screen. These pauses prevent mental fatigue and boost long-term productivity. Reflection is another critical component of growth. Regularly stepping back to assess your progress, challenges, and lessons learned ensures you're moving in the right direction. Set aside time each week for a brief review. What worked? What didn't? What adjustments are needed? This practice keeps you aligned with your goals and prevents autopilot living. Rest and reflection are not signs of weakness, they're strategies for sustained excellence. By honoring your need for recovery, you ensure that your 24 hours are spent not just efficiently, but meaningfully. Conclusion, your time, your legacy. At the end of your life, you won't measure success by how many hours you worked or how busy you seemed. You'll measure it by what you built, who you became, and the impact you made. Time is the canvas of your legacy. Every choice, every hour, every day is a brushstroke that shapes the bigger picture. The difference between those who look back with pride and those who look back with regret comes down to one simple truth. The former used their 24 hours wisely. They didn't wait for the perfect moment or let distractions dictate their days. They took ownership of their time, aligned it with purpose, and acted with discipline. You have that same power right now, today. Not tomorrow, not when things settle down, but today. The clock is ticking and every moment is an opportunity to learn, to grow, to create, to connect. Will you let this day slip away like so many others, or will you seize it with intention? Success isn't about having more time, it's about making the most of the time you have. Start small, reclaim just 1 hour today for your goals, your health, your dreams. Protect it fiercely. Then repeat tomorrow. Over time, those hours compound into a life of meaning, achievement, and no regrets. The world will always try to steal your time. Don't let it. Stand guard, be ruthless with your focus. Choose discipline over distraction, action over excuses, and purpose over procrastination. Your 24 hours are waiting. How will you use them? Conclusion, the ultimate time revolution. We stand at a crossroads of human potential unlike any in history. Never before have we possessed such power to shape our destinies. Yet never before have we faced such relentless competition for our attention. The battle for your 24 hours isn't just about productivity, it's about sovereignty over your very existence. Consider this, the average person will spend 11 years staring at screens, 4 years doing chores they hate, and just 3 months in meaningful conversation with loved ones. These aren't statistics, they're stolen lives. The modern world has perfected the art of time theft, dressing distraction as entertainment and busyness as virtue. But you now hold the master key. You've seen how discipline builds empires where motivation fails. You understand how clarity of purpose turns ordinary hours into extraordinary achievements. You recognize that true wealth isn't measured in bank accounts, but in undistracted moments with those who matter most. This isn't just time management, it's a rebellion, a revolt against the forces that want you distracted, discontent, and constantly consuming. Every focused hour you claim is a victory. Every intentional choice is a declaration of independence from society's endless noise. The most dangerous lie we believe is, there's always tomorrow. There isn't. The Romans had a phrase, tempus fugit, time flies. We must go further. Time doesn't just fly, it escapes like water through clenched fists. The moments you're living right now will soon become the memories you'll either cherish or mourn. So I challenge you, starting this very second, live like a person who understands the value of a day. Not next week, not after the holidays, now. Because the truth no one tells you is that someday is a myth. All we ever truly have is today. Your legacy won't be written in your final moments, but in all the small moments between now and then, make them count. The clock is ticking. What will you do with your next 24 hours?